Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Always, and welcome back to UniversIO. In the last episode, we played around with the Crucible a little bit from reactive in order to get our first little bit of PneumaticCraft stuff, which included the compressed iron, and we had compressed stone, but we turned it into the pressure chamber walls because that is much more important. So yeah, we also was able to make a furnace, which is really nice. And yeah, we went to Purgatory from going all the way down here and going to negative 62 all the way down there, and then made a teleporter so it's easier to get back there. And I was a little bit confused when we went there because what's the point? So let's head back. Actually, before we do that, we're gonna do one other thing. We need glass, and so we're gonna make some glass using the Philosopher's Stone. And I have some dirt right here. We're just gonna turn this all into sand, and then we're gonna turn the sand into glass. We're gonna smelt it up in our furnace because it is so much nicer to have a furnace than using the campfire all the time. But yeah, so we'll get that going. We're gonna need that today because we're gonna try to get into PneumaticCraft and see what we can do. And I think I've decided eventually we are going to go back to the Nothingness dimension. And that is where we're going to have our base. We'll make something that looks halfway decent. I'm not sure what we're going to have yet. I might get some different wood types because oak is good, but I like other wood types better. And we're going to build something kind of nice. We'll have plenty of area and we don't have to worry about mob spawning or anything like that. So it'd be nice. But we need to head to Purgatory. And full disclosure, I kind of looked this up. So I was trying to figure out, how do you get iron? Iron seems to be the worst thing in the world to actually try to get. Let's see, the interface requires a hopper, and iron from the hopper can be transmutated from copper. How do you get copper? You need to smelt it from compacted copper dust. And the compactor is something we cannot make. It requires a terrestrial agglomeration plate, which requires mana steel, which requires, gold. Usually it's iron, but apparently it's gold in this mod pack. That's not too different, to be perfectly honest, but we can't get that. And there is no other way, as far as I can tell, to get either copper or iron without making a compactor or something. So I looked it up, and turns out Purgatory has a lot more hidden in it than we thought. One thing that I did find is Purgatory is useful for later when we're going to need oil, which I kind of anticipated that oil was going to be something we need. And it is also how we get to the Nether, by going further down, but I don't know what breaks this. It probably just needs a better shovel. However, all these houses, they all have secrets. They all have secrets. This was closed, by the way. I looked in because I didn't believe. They all have secrets. So this is where we're going to get iron and basically every other metal. We can just salvage it from all of these villagers. And I don't think that they're going to mind. I almost want to, like, do something so I know which ones I've been to. But it's fine. I'm not going to vandalize their houses. I'm just going to steal their stuff. So let's grab a good bit of all this stuff. We're also getting nickel and lead and tin and aluminum, plus the copper and iron. So yeah, we are really hungry here. We can't eat here. What? I am a little confused about the mechanics of this place. But let's just grab a little bit more. Is there... Okay, that is just trapdoors. We have 15 iron. At least it feels like we're... It feels like we're hungry. But I guess not. the yellow bar really confused me. But yeah, so we can just go into all these places and grab a bunch of iron. The other thought that I had was trading with the villagers to get iron armor and then breaking that down. And I guess technically we could do that, but that sounds like it's an awful, awful thing. I don't know why there's so many masons. But we should be able to get enough iron to last us for a little bit. And yeah, I need to be better about exploring. That's what I've kind of learned. So let's check out this house, I think, is going to be the last one. And then we'll head back and we'll start making the pressure chamber. So technically you do not need the interfaces for the pressure chamber, but it makes things a lot easier. And you'll see why soon enough. But let's go ahead and head back to Earth and see what we can get into. So our glass should be smelted down. We're gonna put most of the stuff away, but I'm gonna keep a good bit of iron on me. And we have our compressed iron and our chamber walls. So let's get to crafting. So first thing we need to make is we need to make some pipes. We're just gonna make one. We're also going to make a single pressure chamber glass so we can see inside the pressure chamber. And we also need a single valve so that we can insert air into the pressure chamber. And let's take a look at all the quests that we've done so far. Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part. So that doesn't do anything for us, and this is just progress. So we are going to need a compressor. So we're gonna need more stone. Let's just go ahead and get 16 stone. And we'll go ahead and use the Pure Daisy to make it into smooth stone. It'll be a little bit easier to do it this way. But we'll need to get some more acid into our crucible and use that to get the compressed stone relatively soon. We won't have to do it this way at all. We won't have to use the crucible for compressed stone at the very least. It's just going to be a matter of I think I have a bunch of acid was phosphorus, I believe, and I believe I have a bunch of that, so not a big deal. But let's see, let's make sure. I forgot to put the signs. I'll do that between episodes. Let's just double check. Acid is phosphorus, and I know I have a good bit of phosphorus. 29. I think 16 will be enough, and we'll just throw it all in there, change colors, and then we throw the smooth stone in there, and we'll get the compressed stone. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, so we're going to need another furnace, which is the biggest thing on that. Let's see, we can get rid of most of this stuff. Pressure chamber valve we made. We have the pressure tubes. Shouldn't need any more of those. And we need the bricks. So the bricks are made from stone. So we're gonna need a little bit more stone. Not too bad. I did go ahead and make more of the compressed iron between episodes. So that part at least is easy enough. And then that should make the air compressor. Probably one of the most important blocks in all of... you know what, let's put that in crafted. In all of PneumaticCraft is the air compressor, because that is how you get the air pressure to do stuff with. And all of the machines, all of the gadgets that you can make with PneumaticCraft requires air pressure to work. This is scary though, because the air compressor has a tendency, if it has too much pressure, it explodes, which is always fun, and it destroys stuff. but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. So the last thing we need is the interfaces. So we're just going to need to get a chest so we can make the hopper, so we can make the interfaces. So that is what we mostly needed the iron for. So there's the hopper, and then 2 chamber walls. Perfect. And that is that. Alright, so now it's going to let us make gold dust, copper dust, and iron dust using the pressure chamber. Now, it's been a little bit. Let's see if I can remember how to make the pressure chamber. We are going to do this outside of the base. Yeah, we're going to do this outside of the base for now. And for the record, there is another quest that wants us to make the advanced generator. The advanced generator is not doable anytime soon. This is one of the more annoying little things with PneumaticCraft, but basically stronger type of pressure tubes can be used at higher pressures, and you use it to, well, do some, it makes things faster basically. This air compressor is very slow, so what we're gonna want to do, we'll put the air compressor down. Now there's this hole in the back, and there is a little bit of a inventory. So in that red area, it explodes. It can explode anyways. We are going to need pressure chamber walls, and I'm trying to think what's going to be the best way to do this. Let's do it like this. So we're going to have how do I want this set up? I guess what we're gonna do, you vandal? Oh, sorry, I don't have a wrench. We're gonna probably need more walls because this is a 3x3 structure. So we're gonna put the compressor back here, and we're going to just do 1, 2, 3 for right now. We have glass in the front, the valve in the back. Is this actually, it's actually sighted. Okay, that's fine. We put stone in the middle, and that should make it easier. There we go. So again, this has the hole that is for putting the pressure tubes in. And we hook that up, and then we're going to need the interfaces, and I think these are also, I gotta remember the interfaces. I think we can shift click on them, not shift click, but just shift. The input is the I face, the output is the O face, so we need to put them like, let's just do it this way. So we need to do it like this. So this will be the input, and that is the output. Now it just needs a roof. So we need, what, 10 more blocks? And this is when I wish we could sleep through the night, or, we just need to make a base in a place that, doesn't have any mob spawns. Yeah, this is definitely where we're going to make a base, and we'll have the various, we're gonna have more teleporters like this later. I'm sure of it. There's something over here. Oh, there's some up quirks. So yeah, it's gonna be good to just come back here and make a base at some point. We're probably gonna do that relatively soon. I just gotta decide kind of the blocks I want to use, and what blocks we have available to us is kind of limited right now. So we need to make more chamber walls. So let's just get that on here. And so that is just the stone with, so what is this compressed stone even used for, really? Is it used for much? Just a furnace, really. I mean, obviously it's used for a lot of things later. Oh, ComputerCraft is in this. Great. That is a very powerful mod. If you want to put in the time to learn it. I've never put in the time to learn it. But, yeah. So, we just need a little bit more bricks. Nope. It is spread out like that, and pressure chamber walls. Perfect. Unfortunately, there are so many mobs out there, and actually, I want to go murder a witch. And I noticed there's a witch over here. So hopefully we can murder this witch without too much issue. Alright. That's fine. We're just gonna run. I don't even know what I picked up. But I wanted to murder a witch, just in the off chance we get some redstone, because redstone would be really nice to have. We didn't. We got some bottles and some sticks. That's okay. So I will tell you guys what. I will be back once it is daytime, and we'll continue working with PneumaticCraft. So I'll be right back in a moment. Alright, it is daytime now, and so let's grab the stuff that we're going to need in order to do the quests. We do not need to know how to make that anymore. And what are the quests? So we need copper dust. So we're going to need 16 copper, 16 gold, and 16 iron, I do believe. Yes. So we should have all of that. That's silver. AU is gold. Something that I've been forced to remember. And I'm usually pretty good with the periodic table. So there is the gold. Copper right there. I'm not good on like the metals, knowing what numbers those are, but in general, I know the symbols and what everything is. And then iron, we only have 14 iron. Ooh, we're gonna have to get a little bit more. So let's clean up the inventory a little bit, because oh my gosh, this is a mess. And we're gonna put this stuff up here. Organics. I've kind of decided, I think we are going to basically move everything. Compressed don't go in there for right now. I'm going to basically move everything into the Nothingness dimension. We'll still have this like walled area, and I'll probably I don't know what all we're gonna have here. I mean, obviously we're gonna have our staircase down and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm going to take most stuff back to the Nothingness dimension, just because it's going to be a little bit easier. So we just need to finish this thing off, and it should form a system. And then this door opened. And so what we need to do now, we can interact with this if we want to make the dusts. So, okay, those are way too many dusts. Let's do it the easier way. So copper dust, for example, or I was looking at all the blocks to think of what I want to make. I think we're going to have a mishmash base of just whatever blocks I have and use them as kind of section off areas and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll see how it turns out. I'll spend some time to build something just so it's so hard to see in the Nothingness dimension. Its perspective is weird. So we have gold and, whoops, wrong button. Last one is iron. And they don't require too much pressure. 2 bars of pressure is not terrible. And here's the neat thing. This is a closed system. This compresses air, and there is no way for the air to go anywhere. Using these interfaces is really, really, really nice. No problems, interface status, importing items. So if I put, for example, the copper in here, I'm not going to do that quite yet. It will close the door, and then it'll open the output door to put it into the chamber. And we shouldn't lose any air pressure. So what we need to do now is we need to get some air pressure. And to do that, we need charcoal, because that's what I have. And so we're going to make some air pressure in the chamber, and we shouldn't lose anything. It is lossless. Now, if we didn't have the interfaces, we'd have to break this open every time we wanted to get, you know, we'd have to break it open, put the stuff in there, close it up, make the multi-block, then put fuel in here. We're not going to do that much. I want to see how much this gets, so we can get a little bit of a distinct kind of specific measurement. I don't know why I was at a loss for words for that. So we need to get this up to about 2 bars. It needs to be over at least 2 bars in order for this stuff to react and to compress. But basically, having the interfaces means that this will kind of maintain the pressure. Warnings. Insert valid items in chamber to be compressed. Yeah. So there is upgrades, and this is stuff that we will get to later. If I can spell PneumaticCraft, it's a difficult word to spell. The biggest one is the speed upgrade. This one is really useful, but it requires lubricant. That's not fun. Lubricant is not something we can make for quite some time. And yeah, that is... I don't even remember how to make it. Oh, right, through thermopneumatic processing plant. Processing diesel and just in general refinery stuff. Yeah, that is complex, but kind of cool. You can make plastics and do stuff with plastics in this mod. So we put 4 pieces. That should be close to enough for what we need. So yeah, what I'm going to probably do between episodes is I want to get a couple new saplings. So we're going to grab some oak saplings. Let's grab a bunch. And we're just going to put one down. And we're going to transform it into birch, spruce, jungle, and so forth. You can get all the saplings this way. It is the best way to get saplings. I do not have dark oak. Is there anything else? Mangrove. That didn't work. Okay. Is there anything other than mangrove? No. Don't really care about the mangrove, to be honest, but we're going to need a few more saplings so that we can get... Actually, no, we don't. We're gonna go ahead and do the mangrove, because I forgot, we have botany pots. We don't have to actually grow these trees. So let's get... How do you get the mangrove? Do we need... Let's see. I've not played around with the mangrove saplings yet, or mangrove trees. I know it's been out for like forever, but I've not done anything with it. Can we shear them? No. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the mangrove. I know it's probably something really simple. Oh, I remember now. I remember the trick. Because it is a trick. This should work, right? We need bone meal. Let's see. Bone meal. Doesn't this... Well, it made a sapling. It made a tree. I will deal with that in a little bit. Let's get some more bone meal, because I think, isn't it something with... let's also put all the saplings away. I will get more of them. We need to pillar up just a little bit. But isn't it something with... If they're on the bottom side of a leaf, you can... Oh, okay. That worked. I don't know why it didn't work the other way, but whatever. Let's just go ahead and... write the chop tree thing. I forgot that mod was in this. I think in order for it to recognize it as a tree, it needs to have leaves. I am completely ignoring Let's see. Let's just use the axe. Or not active. All right. Let's just continue chopping this and see if this works. To get all of these logs. That was a noise. Okay, so let's grab all of this stuff. I will never actually grow one of those again because we have botany pots. And I'm just going to throw everything in here, including the moss carpets. Oh, it's still breaking leaves. That's fine. Okay. So, we need some more iron. Can we get a little bit more iron? Let's see. Did we get any iron? No. Okay. So, we just need a little bit of iron. I really wish I could make everything that we need to get the drawer controller, because that'd make this a lot easier. And okay, so let's just get rid of everything. It's not iron. We have any iron, please? I have one. I think I need two more. Okay. So let's just put everything back except for the copper and gold, which we didn't actually get any more gold. I will keep this stuff on me. So let's go take a look before it gets night. We need to eat. It is getting night. I don't want to have to wait another night. But what we're going to do real quick is this has over 2 bars. Okay. I will be back once it's day. I should have built this in here, but it's fine. I am going to get the iron as well, so I'll be back once it's day. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. I am going to build a base in the Nothingness, and that's where we're going to take most of our work done. I went ahead and planted some new saplings, so we're going to get birch and mangrove, because we might use that, as well as the dark oak, because I love dark oak. And birch looks pretty good with dark oak and even oak. And I also have the iron and everything that we need. So let's go make these dusts and get this quest line over with. And then we're going to end the episode off so that I can go build a base and not worry about things. So this is still probably at exactly the same amount of pressure as before. It's going to lose like very, very, very little pressure from doing these crafts, but all we have to do is just click the interface. We can also use like piping or hoppers or whatever, and we can put the copper in here. Oh, do we actually have to use? Do we need importing? Hi, do you have anything good for us? If we had emeralds, tempted by those little lily pads. Okay, so I can't do that there. Let's see. Exported, crafted. Okay, so let's get a hopper just real quick, and we'll just make a normal hopper. This should work. I don't know why it's not. So let's just do this. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, this is strange. I wasn't expecting to have issues, but it might just need a hopper to put the items in. And it's going to be a little bit strange because there's 16 items that we need to put in here. And it's going to, yeah, so there it goes. and then closes the door, opens the other door. The items go in there, and then it immediately crafted into copper dust. And we can't take that out unless we have... I wonder if it will just put into a chest. If it will just put into a chest, that'd be really nice. I'm not sure if it will or not. Like I said, I've played PneumaticCraft a long time ago. There was a series of mod packs known as Crash Landing, and then Forever Stranded kind of was a spiritual successor to that. And I still haven't finished the second... Okay, cool. That will insert. Perfect. I still haven't finished the second Forever Stranded, but Crash Landing used PneumaticCraft, the original PneumaticCraft, quite extensively. And it was very much... Yeah, so it does use a little bit of... Could you guys get out of my way? I almost want to murder them. In fact, that would give me a lead. Might be a good idea. They don't have anything I want, so... we need more pressure. I don't think items in the pressure chamber will despawn, but don't want to take chances. So let's get some more air in here. And I think 2 will be more than enough. So this will just slowly build pressure back up. And yeah, it just doesn't have enough air. Okay. And there we go. Even got some leather. And knowledge of death increased. Cool. So this will get here soon enough. And then we'll be able to make both the copper and the gold. So let's go ahead and take the copper out and see what it says about that. It just wants us to smelt it into a copper ingot. We'll do that next time. I'm kind of running out of time for this episode, so I'm just waiting. This is where the speed upgrades would be really useful, because it would make this go a lot faster. It would speed up this guy more than anything. So there's 2.0, and it immediately crafted. Now we need it to be a lot better. We're also going to turn this back to always. There is the iron dust, and that wants us to get an iron ingot. I think we can get that really easily. We just run over here and grab one from our chest. Same with the copper. We're just going to complete those like so. These don't give you anything. What is this? Moving items. Pipes. Oh, pretty pipes. I've never used pretty pipes before. Let's just put those in there, and we'll put this guy in here. So yeah, I'm gonna move base. We're gonna build a base into the Nothingness. All right, so it is still going up. If you notice, it doesn't lose anything until it opens that door on the inside, and it will use. Yeah, it used a lot, and then it rebalances. So what it is if you have a closed loop, and I can kind of show this off a little bit. If you have a closed loop of air pressure, it will stabilize at whatever air pressure you set it to, basically. And I think the advanced air pumps will even go so far as even letting you set what value you want it set to. So that is right at 2, but it's not quite enough. So we're going to put just a little bit more, and then it just immediately made it. And there is our gold. So that is the gold dust. Still not getting any rewards, but that's okay. So we'll need to smelt this up. Let's go ahead and do that. It won't take too long. And in fact, we can sleep to make it go even faster. We do not need to use an entire charcoal. But I want to show off something. So if you have a pressure tube that's not connected to anything, and there's some things that kind of use air pressure constantly, the pressure chamber is not one of those. But if you just do this, you can see it's immediately draining all of that pressure because it's escaping. It's not a closed system. So that's one of the big things with PneumaticCraft. You got to remember, closed system is good. Just make sure that it doesn't get too high in pressure. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the gold. It should be done smelting by now. And that is that quest. So now it wants us to make mana steel. What we're gonna do, I think we're gonna leave the Britannia stuff here for now, because we have mana and I don't want to move that. We don't really have a good way to move it yet. Later we will, once we get access to a mana tablet. We'll be able to move mana around, but we need either diamonds or ender pearls. So that's going to be a little bit, but I think I'm going to move the rest of the base to this dimension, Nothingness, and we'll set something up here. This is a completely blank world. There's no ceiling. We can go up pretty high if need be. Just have my little mine here. So I'll figure out something to make it not so weird. And then next time, we're going to continue on doing all the stuff that we have been. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. That is a deep hole. There's a couple of them, it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!